Thanks for tuning in to Bourbon Drop. I'm your host, Myron. Today, we've got something that you all might consider controversial. I don't drink a lot of low-proof bourbons. And when it comes to low-proof beginner bourbons, this might be the best of the game.
Bottom drop, bottom drop, bottom drop.
If you've been watching this channel long enough, you know that I enjoy my proofs. I mean, I do. That's all it is to it. Now, I did try the Benchmark Full Proof. It is a little hot. It's a little youthy, but I did enjoy that candy corn note that I get off of it. If you notice, you will see a name that goes across the top of the bottles. You will see the McAfee brothers. Now, Benchmark does a great job in giving you a rundown of who they are. So in 1773, three McAfee brothers named James, George, and Robert left Virginia westward to explore the uncharted territory that would later be known as Kentucky. The McAfee Company eventually followed a native trail overland that led to the Great Buffalo Crossing. The surveyor's marks left behind are known as benchmarks, and this Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey honors the pioneering spirit of these early American explorers. Look, I know that was a lot, but it did give you a brief rundown of who these guys are. It's kind of funny how it comes around full circle. They came from Virginia to Kentucky, now Kentucky back to Virginia with, you know, the Bourbon products. They do give tasting notes on some of these bottles. When you look down here, it says top floor, bourbon that matured on the top floor. Warehouse floors tend to age faster as the heat rises. The top floor Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey is smooth and well-rounded to be enjoyed straight, ice, or in a favorite cocktail. Normally, when a company tells you that you can put it in a cocktail, you start to think, that might not be the best bourbon for me, you know, because if they're telling you to mix it, normally we mix stuff to get rid of it. But if they're telling you to mix it, it's kind of like, shouldn't I pick it up? I don't know, but I'm telling you this, man. I am only missing one out of this lineup. This could be maybe one of the best budget lineups out there. I mean, you've got your OGD, because that OGD 114 and OGD Bonded, those are great for the price. I have not had the regular Old Granddad. I typically stay away from stuff that's in the 80s. I'm not a big fan of Basil Hayden. So, you know, things like that, they just kind of push me away. But then I decided to pick up the top floor, and I was a little surprised, man. Let's get into the nose. So the nose on the top floor still has that same candy corn note, and you know the candy corn that you get at Halloween time. It's orange, white, and yellow, or either yellow, white, and orange. Either way, shaped like a little triangle, looks like little corn kernels, I guess they're supposed to be. That is what these give me. If you watch that series, you will know that for the first two episodes, the Bonded actually beat everything on the table for the first two episodes. Then after that, it kind of fell off. This is an older bottle. That's why you see these two Bondeds. They look a little different. So this is an older bottle. This is the new bottle. These are how all of the new benchmarks are going to look going forth or forward. So expect them to look like this. You won't get this kind of long metal tab all the way down with this short bubble in the neck anymore. You'll get more kind of like that Jack bottle with the striations on the neck. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But you will know that this thing did really well. And I was kind of like, wow, man, you know, Sean from Echoes in Eternity, shout out to you, Sean. He always says that blinds are the bias killer. And, you know, you look at things like this, you're like, okay, it's a budget bourbon. It's not going to be that great. It probably won't hold up against some of my other favorites. It did really, really good in the first two and surprised the heck out of me. So if you have not seen those, go back and watch those. Once again, if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. Let's get up to 4,000. But these are just some really, really good products. Now, some people will find that the foolproof comes in super hot. Mine doesn't. Mine is all candy corn on the nose. That candy corn translates to the palate, and then you get some of that like that grapiness that you typically get with Buffalo Trace products. All right, so I've rambled on enough. Let's get into this thing so I can give you some of the tasting notes. I am not going to sit up here and say, wow, but it's really, it's really good. It's not something that's going to knock your socks off. Don't get me wrong. But in your mind, you say 86 proof, $18.99, can't be that great. Candy corn in the nose, very light grape coming across the palate. No raisins, just like a light grape, like that nice grape that comes through on that Eagle Rare. A slight touch of honey, no burn on the back. I don't get any burn anywhere in the glass, not even on the nose. Now, none of these are age stated. We know that it's bonded, so we know that these are at least 4 years old. None of these are age stated, but since they do not carry an age statement on the bottle, we know that they have to be at least 4 years old. But this thing right here, man, it's got a very decent mouthfeel. I mean, like it doesn't come across as super thin. If you're used to drinking higher proof stuff, it might come off a little muted, but it still offers some good flavors. It is just, to me, this is one of the best low proof budget pours out there. And I might be speaking prematurely because, like I said, I don't drink a lot of low proof stuff, especially budget low proof stuff. Like I said, 10 Cup 10 Year, one of my favorites. The Wild Turkey Father Son, that is hands down the best low proof I've ever had in my life. But this right here, man, it just shocked me to the point where I had to make a video about it. So let's get back into the nose and palate. Yeah, that candy corn is still there. There's a deep, rich caramel note. The grape starts to shine through on the palate a little bit. Let's get into the palate. I mean on the nose. Let's get into the palate. Still a nice grape, still a decent mouthfeel. The finish is more leather and char, not heavy char, just a little more leather and char. I think this might be, and like I said, I might be speaking prematurely because I am a huge fan of Old Forester, but I still have not had the Blue Label, Black and Blue Label 86 proof. But this might be a banger for a new bourbon drinker. Let's get into the breakdown. So, love it, like it, or leave it. I am gonna have to say, I am loving this 86 proof benchmark right here, man. This is some, I mean, look, I picked this thing up about a week, almost a week ago, and I'm liking it. I'm liking it that much, and you guys know I like my proof. So love it, like it, or leave it. I am gonna have to say I'm loving it to the point where I don't get these down here in Southern Maryland. When I do, I'm gonna pick them up. I happen to be at the Silver Spring store. I think it was Colesville Road, because I was going there to pick up an OF single barrel, the Blue Label OF. But like I said, I picked it up and I am loving this bottle. And if they come down here to Maryland, yeah, love it, like it, or leave it. I am loving it. Is it worth retail? This is definitely worth retail, $18.99, and it is not gonna knock you off your pivot foot, so to speak. I mean, this is 86 proof, so if you have something to do and you just want a nice glass of bourbon that's just gonna be nice and simple, sweet, take it in, it's gonna be easy, I think this fits the bill. I really do. I really think this fits the bill. So $18.99 is not asking too much for this bottle at all. Now, I might get some people that disagree with me in the comments saying, oh man, it smells young, it tastes young, I really don't like it. We all know that taste is subjective. So, I am just giving you my opinion. This is for and I'm gonna say it one more time. This is for a new bourbon drinker. I would definitely give this to a new bourbon drinker because, like I said, I'm trying to get away from saying would I give it to a new bourbon drinker or not, because I do a lot of high proof stuff on this channel. So when I, switch it over to who is this for, this is who's this for. A new bourbon drinker, I think, would really, really, really enjoy this. And for the price. That's why I said, as far as a budget lineup goes, this might be the best out there. I want you guys to put in the comments what you think the best budget lineup is, because at this point, I am sold. I'm sold on Benchmark. But I think a new bourbon drinker would really enjoy this. And you do not have to break the bank, man. Will it always be on the bar? I've already said it. I'm at the point where I'm loving this. If this comes down here to Southern Maryland and it is always out, it will always be on the bar. And with that being said, let the whiskey flow. Never run out unless you head it to a drop. Until next time.